Hello and welcome to Topsa. My name is William Lebowski, and today we are in rFactor 2 for the first time in a little while, finally getting behind the wheel of the Porsche Cup car. We haven't been racing at Sebring since I think it was our last time racing at Jess at the end of the season. I guess it was a year ago now when that race wrapped up. So it's been a while since we were at Sebring, and it's a great combination. No wonder why they do this in real life. But we had a blast here too, and it's actually getting a little bit rare to enjoy a fantastic AI race in rFactor 2, and it's getting even more rare to enjoy an rFactor 2 race online. It's just one of those things where rFactor 2 is getting a little bit difficult to enjoy right now, and it's not exactly looking good if you Google it or any of its parent companies, and so it's just in a bit of a weird place, and the amount of work that has to be put in and the amount of tweaking and trial and error that goes into making a solid racing experience is a lot of time, and sometimes the juice just isn't worth the squeeze. But here was an example where the juice was very sweet, very worth the squeeze. If this combination is one that you have in your variants of DLC of rFactor 2, I definitely recommend you jump on it, check it out. It's a lot of fun. Just know that the AI are going to be a little bit lively, but it's Sebring and you would expect nothing less, which actually does go hand in hand with the bumpiness of the circuit, making you want to really double check your moves. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoy some solid racing. We'll see you in the next one.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's the kind of racing that we're here for in rFactor 2, and it just feels like it's so rare to experience these days in rFactor 2. Ooh, keep it tidy, there we go. There it is. But yeah, it just feels like that doesn't always happen in rFactor 2 anymore, at least not easily. You know, for the most part, I did have to do a bit of trial and error in the first couple corners to make sure the AI just got in line and started getting to a point where we could actually race together instead of, you know, crashing into each other ahead of me or behind me or something like that. And so, you know, there is a little bit of rFactor 2 bugs / features that are just, you know, still there, and those are worth putting up with. But, man, it just seems like in comparison to some sims where even everything from the AI difficulty, what that means at every track is uniform, and you don't have to spend time tuning each individual track if you've got your actual just AI level tuned in general, and there's just that much consistency from track to car. And I don't know that, you know, that's not something that happens here in rFactor 2, and you could say there's different mods and cars and so much different content as opposed to ACC's narrow focus and very deep focus rather. But at the same time, it's just like, even with official cars and content, some, you know, pretty glaring issues still occur. And even to the point where, like, oh, you might not even be able to hold a race online. I don't know. This isn't supposed to be a negative video about rFactor 2. I guess my whole point with bringing all this up is I'm just a really big fan of rFactor 2. I'm the biggest rFactor 2 fanboy. Oh, boy. That I know of. Really went deep into there. That was really bad. And if anything, over the years, I've been a rFactor 2 apologist, I think, if we can go that far. But I'm just a really big fan of the driving experience in rFactor 2, and there's a level of immersion and detail that I feel like it gets overlooked, but is certainly appreciated in rFactor 2 that isn't always maintained through other sims. And again, this is whoa. This is not like supposed to be negative about rFactor 2 or other sims or anything like that. That's not where I'm going with that. My point, again, is just I feel like rFactor 2 is in a different place right now than it used to be. But that being said, right now we're having a pretty great time racing, and so I'm gonna enjoy it and look for more opportunities like this in the future with rFactor 2. And I think you should too, because even though Motorsport Games and all of the ownership behind rFactor 2 is getting weird and gray area, slippery slope kind of practices that we're hearing, I just feel like the driving experience is there, and the team who makes it really does care. Aside from the, you know, I guess what we can refer to as the suits at Motorsport Games. And so I do think, especially that we've seen in 2022, the potential for rFactor 2 is huge. And so I don't want to give up on it, and I don't think I'm going to give up on it. My point is not I'm dogging it because I have given up on it. I'm just saying it would be nice to get back to a level even where it used to be. But even that level was not that fantastic still in terms of consistency and reliability. Anyway, I don't mean to bash. Let's just enjoy Sebring here, huh? Let's enjoy the sunset of Sebring. Let's get our lights on. Not that I think it's too dark, I just think everything will look that much better. And when we do get into those little areas of shade and darkness, I think it'll be cool to have the lights as that little bit of dynamism. Okay. Let's not reveal the part of the video where I'm an idiot. Let's just keep that under wraps. Hopefully I haven't figured it out. Okay. Sitting outside the top 5 here in 7th position, just off the back of a little group of cars here, trying to pace ourselves back up to. Things got a little bit weird after those cars spun out in front of us. We got a little bit detached, but it looks like we're making our way back up to the front. Just got to keep it clean and tidy here, Sebring, especially in these Porsche Cup cars. Sebring itself is already bumpy and crazy and wild in its own right, but these Porsche Cup cars, you know, they don't have all of those features, assists, and advancements as a full-blown GT3 spec. So we're looking at something a little bit more simple, a little bit less... Ooh, thought we were going to hit the wall there. A little bit more raw and unrefined. And so I feel like that's a great mix for Sebring. And I think it is, anyway. Holding this yellow line with... Uh-oh, we got some grass action. Luckily, they're able to keep it together. Too wide, though, and this first sector is pretty tight. It's not going to work very long. At the very least, it's going to slow all 3 of us down, and we're going to lose those 2, which started to happen a little bit before they started to slop back in. Hopefully, the 3 of us can catch the 2 of them up there and leave the 3 of those guys behind us out of the equation. Ooh, that's a lot more grass than I thought. A little bit of sawing. Never hurt anybody. That's not true. Saws have hurt plenty of people. Okay. Let's just keep things safe, though. That's how we're gonna move forward, but ooh, gotta find that balance between, because if you never fuck around, you never find out. So we gotta make a move at some point, but at this point, trying to keep everything tidy. I don't want to... We've made a couple steps forward, and I'm trying to keep ourselves from taking any steps backwards before we take a couple more steps forwards. All right, is this a run? Is this a run? A little bit of a draft and a run? Is this what we're going to have here? All right, when are we shooting out? Wow, it looks like the guy in front of us has got a great draft and run. Man, did this entire group right here have an amazing draft and run? Was a plane taking off that we could all take advantage of? All right, that's 1 position. Can we make it 2 by the first corner? It's always nice getting in front of a BWT car just because there's so many of them. It feels like it's constantly being passed by the same car. All right, 2 wide into 1. That doesn't always work out as we bump. And I'm going to give him the ghost as this BWT car comes back to play. I don't want to just start giving away positions here as we're in the final 5 minutes now. We'll keep the BWT car behind us, focus on this blue car in front of us. We want to get back that slot. A little bit of a yellow flag for a second. Don't know what happened there. All right, the 3 of them have slotted up together. Looks like we have at least 2 cars in front of them. Uh-oh, I'm going to be late in this corner. Yeah, that was bad. But it could have been a lot worse. And I don't think I'm really feeling a bad flat spot, so I'll take that as a win. We'll take that. Well, not as a win, but we'll take that easily. Uh-oh, we got a dog barking in the background. Hopefully that's not getting annoying on the microphone. Ooh, just keeping it in check here, barely. Barely keeping it in check. Hold on, I'm about to mute the microphone for a second. Marty, it's okay. Sorry. Wanted to yell for the dog, but I didn't want to blast your ears off, and I pray to God I edited that out. If I didn't edit that out, I sincerely apologize. But I hope I gave you ample warning. It's actually weighing on my mind. I'm at a little bit of a backlog with editing, so I'm really hoping to pay attention and remember to edit that out. So if I didn't do that, I really am sincerely sorry. But as we make a move down the inside, finally in this little bit of a group, there's Marty. Okay. Ooh, the BWT car is back? We were just hanging out in 5th position. Now we're talking about 7th position. Let's go to the inside of this BWT car. I've had enough of their nonsense. Okay. Our laps are numbered at this point. Well, I guess they always have been, but they're dwindling down at this point to none. Another yellow flag right there for just a second. And so we're fighting for 5th position right now. Let's check how much time we got left in this race. 2.5 minutes, which means we got 2 laps left. This lap and 1 more. So let's make sure that we can get ourselves into the top 5. 5, 4, and 3. The podium is in this group that we're in. So we're in a podium contending group, fighting for a top 5 position. Ooh, a little loose in front of us, gets us a little bit of a bobble. It's going to have a little bit of a concertina effect throughout the field behind us. And I think that's the first time I've been able to say concertina effect, meaning concertina effect, and not accordioning, because that was different than an accordioning. I mean, we did have a side effect of an accordion, but it wasn't just a slow. Anyway, sometimes I get a little. I feel like people use concertina effect instead of accordioning effect, or just accordioning, just to sound a little bit less or more pretentious or a little bit more intelligent than everybody else. I don't know. I don't know why I'm making a big deal about this, but some big changes up ahead of us. There is a change for 4th place up there ahead. There we go to the inside. That's 5th place for us. And it looks like this will be our last lap. 1 minute remaining. This is our final lap. Ooh, dirt, no. Okay. We're sitting in the top 5. And 4th and 3rd are just right there, you know? They're just like right there. We can see them. We can pretty much taste it. I think with a couple of good runs and a little bit of suck zone right here, factory Porsche car covers off the inside very early. That might have been the first time all race on the last lap we actually entered that corner properly. It's embarrassing. All right, here's our run. So we're going to have to make the most of it if we're going to get both of them. So here's where we're going to have to make a move. Oh, they covered the inside. Switch back here on them. We're in too deep to switch back. We'll just, end up making contact. Oh, they bobble. We bobble. They had to have a huge lift there in order to avoid a decently sized crash. So that's 4th place. 3rd place is right in front of us. All right, we got to find that fine line between Skip Barber ruining every race of ours on the last lap and executing on that position in front of us. You can see we're already starting to overdrive. Okay, come on. Let's do it. Let's get on this podium. Don't you pull away from me. I'm in your draft. You get back here. You get back here. he can switch back on us. He can switch back. We had to take the risk, and it was worth it. That's a podium. Oh, man, I'm so happy we're actually able to have an awesome experience here with an AI race in rFactor 2. Just feels like that has been such a rare thing to happen. But, man, a great race there. Oh, really enjoyed that. I hope you guys did as well. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great day.